Further speakers. The Honourable Susan Carter.
Thank you, Mr Deputy President. I rise to speak on behalf of the Coalition in relation to this bill, and I indicate that we are happy to support it. We recognise that the protection of children is one of the first duties, not just of government, but of each one of us, because we all know that abuse is abhorrent, and it's made worse by the fact that it is a betrayal of the duty that we share and a betrayal of a child's trust and innocence. To the extent that this bill makes important changes to the Child Protection Offenders Registration Act to ensure that it remains fit for purpose and continues to protect children from serious harm, we are very happy to support it. And we note the emphasis that it places on ensuring early detection of offences by recidivist child sex offenders and the improved monitoring of registrable persons. The Principal Act requires convicted offenders to register with the New South Wales Police Force, to report certain personal information, and also to report changes to that information. We rely on this system to work well to ensure the ongoing safety of our children. But it is clear that issues have arisen, and indeed the New South Wales Police Force were proactive in identifying and referring these issues to the Law Enforcement Corruption Commission to be addressed initially in the report of Operation Tusket and now happily in this legislation. We want to make sure that offenders in the community have correct reporting requirements. We don't want any risk to community safety in this regard. It was apparent that there was confusion around responsibilities between police and judicial officers and convicted offenders. This bill happily addresses these issues, and we thank those involved in Operation Tusket for the attention that they have given to these matters. The bill also makes it clear that registrable persons are required to report web-based services, platforms, apps and games that can be used to communicate with others online. This reflects the reality that, sadly, many persons who prey on children use these services and use online games to contact and to groom victims. There is room in the Act as it's presented to strengthen the current provisions. I understand that we will see amendments in this regard, and I am very happy to be supporting those amendments. The bill makes a number of amendments to procedure and administration and marks clearer responsibilities between the police and the courts. It also applies stricter reporting requirements, ensuring adults convicted of a registrable offence become a registered person and required to report to the New South Wales Police. We are happy to support all of these amendments. There is, however, one aspect relating to this bill which needs to be highlighted. It is clear that the scheme of this bill ensures that judicial officers will take on much more of the administrative duties and will be responsible for the application of much of the reforms outlined in this bill. We have no problems with this. We regard this as appropriate. However, the effectiveness of these reforms hinges not simply on what happens in the bill, but also on the implementation measures and the resourcing that is in place to ensure that this bill and these reforms are properly implemented. This has been an issue of concern with some of the measures that we have seen introduced to date, and it continues to be a concern in some respects. The efficient and effective operation of the justice system is as important to the maintenance of the rule of law as is a transparent and fair judicial process. This matter was raised by my colleague in the other place, the member for Bathurst, and I note that the Minister for Police has indicated that appropriate resourcing will be considered as part of the implementation of the reforms, and the courts will be closely consulted as part of this process. It's a good first step, but it is not sufficient simply to consider appropriate resourcing. It must be provided, or else the legislation will be ineffective. Simply an announcement without any real results to protect the children of New South Wales. These changes must be budgeted for and must be included in any announcement for that announcement to be meaningful. We take the commitment of the government in good faith, but we will be watching to ensure that this commitment is delivered. This bill works to protect the children of New South Wales from harm, and as such, we are very happy to support it.
The Honourable Jeremy Buckingham.